My name is Janice Saylor, and welcome to Spotlight. We have a treat for you this morning. We're going to go over to the Grange Theater on Route 9 in Howell. Our wonderful director, Mike Maurizio, did a great documentary on how the Grange started, what it is, and what is going on there now. In advance of the show, I'd like to thank you for watching Spotlight. Today's program is recorded and can be seen at 6 p.m. Monday and also on Tuesday and Thursday at 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. It also may be seen on Creeper.com anytime after tonight at 6 o'clock. On with the show.
It is unique as far as community theater goes because we pull on a pool of writers, directors, producers. We do all originals, where most community theaters you will go to and see, you know, everybody's favorite production, Arsenic and Old Lace, and, you know, things like that. You won't see that here. A Grange is actually it's a fraternal order like the Masons, but it's farmers. And the mission is sustainable living through farming, organic farming especially. And that's what the Southard Grange is. There aren't too many left in New Jersey, but the Southard Grange is still a very active one. I happen to be the vice president of the Grange as well. And it's kind of ironic. I make jokes that I'm a farmer like Eva Gabor was. I have a black thumb, but you know, I do have a love for everything Grange, and you know, I've really fallen in love with the mission. And you know, they're very social-minded. We work with the homeless, and you know, a lot of different groups that we try and help. So the theater itself is actually a fundraiser for the Southard Grange. It helps it to raise funds to sustain itself. The Grange Master is actually like the president of the Grange, only we call them a Grange Master. So when Elaine Taylor, who was the Grange Master at the time, called me in to take a look at the place, see if I thought I could do anything with it. She got me involved running the theater company, you know, getting it started and running that for the Grange. And then once I found out really what the Grange was all about and what they were doing, I got involved there as well. So the theater came first, actually. That's what brought me into the whole idea of the Grange. The theater room that we are in with the stage, it was originally a much smaller stage, and we built it out. But this was the lecture hall, classroom, once upon a time in the 1800s when this was the original Southard School. The other room was also a classroom and the cafeteria. And when you go in there, you'll see there is this huge wood stove, the likes of which you have never seen, and a wood-burning furnace that also huge. Just they're intact from the 1800s. They're beautiful. So the building, it's very interesting, and it's got the original floors. They could use a little work, but we have original ceilings. In this room, actually, the original ceiling ended up on the wall because they put in a drop ceiling and they wanted to keep the tin. It's just a very fascinating building, all different little nooks and crannies. There's an honor roll from the Southard Grange of many years ago. There are pictures around of people we no longer have any idea who they were, but you know, they're here and it's all historical. A lot of the records seem to have been lost. I don't know what happened to them, but so we use our imaginations. It's been a lifelong passion and love. I was one of those kids that always wanted to put on a show. And I followed through. I got my degree in theater arts. And I've just, the whole time I've been involved, you know, building toward my own business. I'm a little bit of a paradox as an actor. Where are you supposed to be? New York City. Especially in this area. For some reason, I'm just not a city girl. The Grange came after a series of other little theaters that I ran. My first was in West Long Branch. That was Thalia's Theater. And then I owned a very successful one in the Seaview Square Mall when it was still an enclosed mall. That was the Jewel Box Theater, and that one, when they demolished the mall, that was the end of my theater there. And a couple of years later, I heard from the Grange master here at the Southard Grange, Elaine Taylor, and she asked me if I might be interested in using the space to put on productions because she knew of my theater. So I came by and I looked at the place, found it charming, and we did indeed start doing things here. We are currently rehearsing Home, Home on the Grange. And it's a collection of one acts by the Grange playwrights. I give them a new assignment every year to create a one act about a certain topic. This year the topic was the Grange. And I said it could be about anything that has to do with the Grange. So one, Ashes to Ashes, is a very interesting one act about a woman who's been studying herbalism at the Grange, but it's a family story. And there's another one, Beau's Mysterious Friend, about a farming family and the son and his choice of a girlfriend.
And I can run really fast if I need to. Oh, just forget that.
You know what?
Oh, a fly? What's a fly doing in here? We don't have flies. Bovino, watch out, it's near your eye. Get it, Jasper, hurry. Now it's near your other eye.
It's hard.
Bovino, shake it off, shake it.
I got it.
Bovino, you never flinched.
Don't hurt it, please.
Why not?
It's just a harmless creature and it didn't hurt me.
I don't want flies in my house.
Mom, I'll let it out carefully.
Didn't it bother you to have a fly land on your face like that?
Oh no, I'm used to it.
You're used to having flies land on your face.
Uh-huh.
Do you walk where there are a lot of flies?
Sometimes.
Maybe you spend too much time outdoors?
No, like I said, it's what I prefer.
That's right. Bo told me you were smart, but I'll bet you don't know how much of Rhode Island is farmland.
Well, prime farmland is expansive and generally protected from flooding and doesn't have much rocky soil. And since Rhode Island is the second densest state, has a lot of beaches, and is vulnerable to tropical storms and hurricanes, I'd say probably somewhere between 8 to 10%.
That's remarkable! Right on the nose! Oh, where did you find this young woman? She's brilliant! Or did you prepare her for this?
How could I prepare her for this? I didn't even know you were going to quiz her.
Geography was my favorite subject in school, and science, I love science!
Bovino, what are you doing?
I'm happy!
See, I told you she gets excited when she figures things out.
Bovina, why don't you sit down? Let's continue the conversation. I'm afraid she's going to fall.
Oh no, I may look clumsy, but I'm really not!
Bovina,
Bo, she's going to hurt herself.
Easy.
Sorry, it's just an automatic response.
Really? Most people I know just smile when they figure something out.
My first play, called The Grange Queen, I am playing Lynn Gillette, and I am making a statement about my mother, who is up for the Grange Queen of 1952.
Oh, well then I shall pack some up for you to take home with you.
May I have some then, please?
Oh, yes, of course, Michael. George?
Yes. Listen,
Grange Master Benedict called to inform me that Mother has been nominated by the Grange Queen Committee to be in the contest of the Grange Queen of 1952. He says that those that know Mother will have an opportunity to put their 2 cents worth in, whether or not she deserves the title. It's Tuesday night. Can you come?
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Mom must be so excited. She said she's always wanted to be Grange Queen, but didn't feel worthy.
I want it to be a surprise. I haven't told her yet.
Oh, forgive me, Father George, but I think that's a very bad idea.
Why do you say that, Rose?
Because if you don't tell her and she goes out dressed as a spectator, and then figures out that you knew and didn't tell her, she'd get real angry with you.
Very true.
She told me something that she's never told anyone before. See, she was a nurse in World War I. And she was out there. She was helping all the soldiers when they got hurt. Even some of the German ones. One day in the battlefield, she was out helping a small company of soldiers. And a German soldier out there shot her right in the hip. That's why she limps to this day. You know what she told me? She could have came home. She could have been resentful. She could have been depressed. And then she would have been an English barfly to this day.
Thank you all so much. I am humbled with this honor, especially in the face of such worthy opposition. I promise I will try to be an extraordinary Grange Queen and to do the Southard Grange proud. I will work tirelessly to bring the Grange into the new millennium, where we will continue to help the agricultural community. Once again, thank you all.
Well, I started at 16 years old. There was a little theater working out of my high school, and I found out they were going to have auditions. And I was taking opera lessons from Donald Gage from the Paper Mill Playhouse. Donald Gage was the matinee idol in the 40s. He did all the operettas, and I wanted to sing opera. And I wanted to go on this audition. Knew nothing about the theater, and my mother said, no, I don't want you to go. For what ungodly reason till today, I don't know why she said no. She sang, she played the piano, she played the organ, and I defied her and I went. And I walked away with the comedy lead. Well, after rehearsing and doing this comedy lead, I found out how funny I was on the stage. And that was the end of opera. I'm Claire. I'm a divorced woman. My husband was a big star in music. And we meet. We meet at our son's house. And we never really stopped loving one another. So it's an interesting character.
The Southard Grange meets the Wizard of Oz, in which Frank Baum, the writer of Wizard of Oz, comes to visit the Southard Grange in 1902. And the audience is asking him questions about, the economy, the current economy in 1902. And there are kind of parallels between then and now. So it's an interesting piece. It was semi-political, little dark comedy.
And there's no yellow brick road for us to follow because you've taken all the yellow gold bricks and kept them for yourself.
Now you sound just like that cowardly lion, William Jennings Bryan, who wants to be president so he can flood the country with cheap silver and debase the currency. Then we can all be equals. Equally poor, that is.
There is also the ghosts of the Grange, because we do have a couple of them here. We do have ghosts here at the Grange, 2 of them in fact. And I've known this for years because I used to shut out the lights and then walk in the dark with a strong sense that there was some spirit right at my shoulder. And because it was so short, and I'm so short, I figured it was a kid. And then last year we had the New Jersey Paranormal Society in, and they confirmed that yes, indeed, there is a little girl ghost here named Rachel.
place is sure drafty. Sure beats sleeping out in the cold. And in the woods. Lord, I haven't led an exemplary life. I have nothing to write home about. I suffered from depression. I drank too much. I drove my wife and kids away. I missed them so much. You're a ghost.
So are you.
You killed me. You scared me to death. God damn it. Doctor said I had 6 more months left.
Good, now we're even. Your ancestor Dick Southard killed me. And you shouldn't use swear words.
Swear words?
You said God blanket! Mother says people who swear a lot go to the bed.
You call that swearing? Well, what do you mean my ancestor killed you? How? Where?
1883, a man who looked like you and called himself Dick Southard said he was looking for his dog and asked if I would help. It's the last thing I remember before being set free from my grave 5 months later.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm Richard Saunders IV. That must have been my great-grandfather. I didn't know. What's your name?
Rachel. Rachel's 8. And now you know. Get out of my house.
Your house? I've been a Grange member for 40 years.
And I've been here since 1883. Get out!